everybody, welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be doing a little bit more of the Inazuma storyline. Whether it's going to be the end of it for version 2.0, I'm not really sure. But make sure to like and subscribe because 99.8 of you guys are not subscribed. Yeah, we're on 69 subscribers. I know it's the funny number, but we don't have to stay at that number. Alright, let's get into it. Alright.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
No, I will not.
We're
I'm not
the general public.
I am the god of slaying hilly churls.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Maybe. What you got against me? For people that live in Inazuma, probably most
Are
things.
our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
Paimon, do you realize who you are? You are a giant floating baby that just, you look 3 years old and you're just floating around, and my clothes is just like bright orange. If you look around, we're like the only people that dress like
The
that.
Yashiro
Okay?
Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Yes.
Well, that sounds more like it. Well, now that we're here, where's Toma?
Did he say he was gonna meet us here?
Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
There's a certain problem. Well, not really a problem, more of a sight.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? He's a dog? What the?
What? Is that dog talking to us?
What? How?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
So he's a 4-star. Yeah. Well, I mean...
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
No. I mean, we saw Goba, but...
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
What? No, it doesn't.
Alright. I've had my fun.
Oh. So I thought... Okay, so there's this 4-star coming, and she's able to turn it into, like, this ball thing.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito.
Yeah, I did take, like, a 2-hour break.
So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary.
What test again? The... Get out of the
It
way,
helped us
or
determine
not
whether
leeway?
or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
All we did was get a note from this
Paimon's
lady.
gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you?
Kinda.
Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck... so you've heard of his story.
Oh, wow. Okay.
His light still burns all the more brightly.
His light don't burn no more. Have you seen
Yes,
that freaking,
of course. I will
vision?
bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located.
It's very dim and dull.
But before that, there is one other
gray.
place I was hoping you both would accompany me
I
to.
didn't even know what type it was.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god.
What?
It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
I'm scared. Alright, we are here.
This area sure feels gloomy.
This thing doesn't look like it's
People
under
probably
construction.
don't come here often, do they?
Well, I mean, it's a giant
Are
god
Paimon's
just
eyes
looking
playing
down.
tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
What is... Oh, is that the visions?
Visions.
Ah! God, that was so awful. I didn't think it would actually happen. No. Why? It's just like people that
Visions?
were killed.
You mean all the visions that are collected from the vision hunt decree
That's
are
why
put
they're
into the
getting
statue?
killed? For a statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree.
Bro, I think that's like the first thing we mentioned to you.
Before I
Did
try
it.
to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts.
Yeah, and this one's the city of eternity for some reason, and I don't really understand why killing people means eternity.
As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
Yeah, like, what?
The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The
But-
eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma.
Now we're getting
As
into the
such,
bad.
she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement.
But,
The Shogun
Okay.
wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
this does not make
Seems
sense.
like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt Decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist.
So she's killing them all.
Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the
Pyro.
Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue.
Why is he here with a pyrovision in front of the giant statue that represents this lady?
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun.
Says the one with the vision, with technically with a target on his head.
And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
So you're illegal, and she could just destroy everyone in this city. What the?
Huh?
What the
Hey,
heck?
are you okay?
Sound? What sound?
Oh my
I didn't
God.
hear anything.
I touched the statue and had like an epileptic shock.
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then?
Elep-
And then what?
I don't know how to say it. I could hear the sound of people's
Aspirations?
aspirations.
That would seem to confirm the saying.
What?
Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition
Oh my
reaches
God,
a certain
this-
strength,
yes.
the gods look upon them with favor.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of YouTube. It's this cool site where they show off new characters. You're probably gonna end up on it.
That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you've just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
Oh. So vision symbolizes ambition.
All
and
right,
Power.
time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh?
Yeah.
I kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Yeah, I mean the Jade Chamber was
Welcome
floating
at
around.
last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
I bet she is.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at?
She's the pot.
Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
I mean, sure. I'll just say that one.
She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea.
Yeah, bro, I had to go through like one thunderstorm.
I have awaited your arrival
got
with
seasick.
great anticipation. And Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times.
Yes, totally.
At present in
I've defeated
Inazuma,
Osayo.
in the name of the Vision Hunt
Surprised I
Decree,
didn't remember that name.
the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot.
Well,
Though the Yashiro Commission serves the
what
Shogun,
the...
it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
I'm just here to meet the Shogun. I did not come here to start a rebellion.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'll kick her
Lady,
butt if you
it's
want.
just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
Yeah, you know, when you only have two options. I'm going to
no,
leave
please!
now.
Wait! Please, don't go!
Hey, I mean, if you want to come into my party with, like, one summon, then... What?
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
Small?
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who
visionless
guards
people.
a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Does Paimon know English?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them.
I will do as you wish.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Sure, child. Because I want to be able to
See, where's
do
the
it.
person Ayaka
for-
told us about?
Because I want to be able to do it for, just all in one go. So, I'm just waiting.
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Because I'm not your son.
Precisely. It's much too sudden.
Yeah, they
We've had
definitely
no
are his
time to
parents.
prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about.
Are you the swordsman, the other 2 people that I didn't pay attention to? Alright, now I get to talk to the main character. Alright, dude,
You
look.
must be Tejima.
You have a
So what
vision.
made you
Tell
wanna
me
up and
what
leave
happened.
all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's not why I chose to stay here.
To protect the people.
And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those
Your
questions because I
ambition.
can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like in the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
You know, what if they just, like, took the visions from the statue and then gave them back? You know?
Okay. Well,
what if we
in
just
that
do
case,
that?
if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore. But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy.
Paimon, why are we here again?
Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back.
This is like the best Paimon logic we've ever had.
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
D-Ray.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Okay, maybe you're just getting to that age where you start forgetting things, and then you need to be put in the hospital.
Oh, yes! Yes, you do! And what's
Yeah.
more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
What was he a psychic? Is there a new element coming in?
Perfect!
Psychic?
So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
Dirt, but
This looks like Tejima's diary. Let's see what we have. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead.
alright, look, if people don't make fun of him for eating snakehead,
Today, I helped rescue a kid who had
my
fallen in the
merchant
water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance.
Okay, this is kind of weird. We're just reading his diary while he's like over there somewhere.
Seems like your average diary of daily... Huh? Wait! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info
What?
we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
Oh, this shrine? Examine marks.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about.
What the heck is that?
Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child.
I mean, he did say it was faded.
But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think...
Sure, Paimon.
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years?
What could keep someone in a village for 30 years and then they just don't care about it? Like, I mean, his memory's
Must be
bad.
something pretty amazing if it made him stick
But,
around
like,
for 30 years.
Yeah,
Let's dig in,
exactly.
Take a look.
It's just like, if this one thing solves his problem,
Looks like a letter. The paper's gone
what
yellow.
is it, some job?
Must have been written a real
It gets,
Honda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
huh? Conda, oh wait. It's here.
Huh. So the reason Tejima came
Okay,
here was to wait for someone.
You know, waiting 30 years like this, I can understand now. I feel like
But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh?
What if they did, though? What if
Well, let's go give Tejima...
his friend is here and he's just lost all of his memory of his friend? Broken the news again.
I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting.
Oh, wait, what?
And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too.
So, it's your handwriting, so you were the one who went to this place, and someone should have been waiting here for you.
But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years.
Wait another
Over the
30
years,
until you
I
die.
must have made a note
Okay.
of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited.
Well, I mean, at least you know it's a girl.
And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye.
We will find.
How could I have forgotten
person.
something so important to me?
Because you don't have your vision, and your vision is
Love,
your ambition.
regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Well,
No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face,
but you don't
Her
forget that it's a
voice.
girl.
the things we
Somehow.
experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting.
Yes.
Although,
you shall wait.
what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness.
Because you're gaining
the feeling that
memories.
something is...
Oh my god.
Thank you both for helping
He
me
just said
reconnect
the
with
line
my
from the
reason for
trailer.
staying here.
And I skipped over it.
I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
This one.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
I wouldn't call that helping. It just made him, like, sad. And then he was already waiting 30 years for someone.
Well, let's go find the next person.
Alright, considering I've been recording for 30 minutes, I'm just gonna leave that here. We'll do the next two people in the next video. But make sure to like and subscribe. As I said at the beginning of this video, 99.8% of you guys are not subscribed. So do it. Just do it. Bye.